Welcome to Get to Know the Speakers of Digital Confex. Today we have with us Shipra Bhatt, Fractional CMO, ex-Marketing Director, KFC MENA. She will be joining as a distinguished speaker on the topic Women in Digital, Leadership, Innovation and Inclusion in MENA region during the Thatware Present 6 DMAT Confex in association with Ascended Group Branding taking place in Ramat Dream Hotel, Dubai on 11 December. So, hi Shipra, welcome to the chat show.
Hi, Ayush. Thanks so much for having me.
Yeah, it's our pleasure to have you in our conference, Shipra. So please give us a brief introduction of yourself and your field of expertise for our audience.
Awesome. So, yes, I'm Shipra. I've spent now a total of about close to 19 years in the world of marketing and consumer insights. I started off with a boutique qualitative agency called Quantum. And that actually, I think, gave me the most massive exposure possible working with brand teams, marketing teams at Pepsi, Frito-Lay, Nestle, GSK, the whole big corporates, and really learning the fundamentals of marketing through the voice of the customer and consumer insights. And then I moved into the client side with KFC and sort of worked my way into various divisions on marketing in the India business, and then eventually moved into the MENA business as well. And over the last year or so, I've now been on my own fractional journey where I'm working with, high growth, founder-led brands, D2C, F&B, etc. And I'm working with them on how to build long-term sustainable brands.
It's great knowing your journey, like two decades of journey with big corporates
Yeah.
and now moving to a new journey ahead. So moving
Yep.
forward, I have a few questions for you today. My first question is, what do you think global brands get wrong when entering in the MENA region?
So I think most of what I've noticed, and my experience having been here now for 4 years, it's that a lot of times the brands will, especially if it's a global brand, they tend to just copy paste their, global frameworks and the global playbooks, and then just sort of templatize that and copy paste that into this market. And I think increasingly I'm seeing that as an approach is not working. So because the culture here is very different, the kind of exposure that this region has is very different. Their macroeconomical challenges are very different. It doesn't make sense to be putting an existing template onto them. So in MENA, I found that relevance is the biggest driver for growth. So as a matter of fact, brands need to be listening a lot more, assuming a lot less, and localizing a lot as they go and build their brands. So I think for me, that's the biggest reason why a lot of the global brands are struggling here, is because they're just not necessarily understanding or respecting what's unique in the region and just following like a stereotype of, how they think this Arab region should be.
I think love your take, like how the localizing is important and also the culture first strategy, I think works
Yeah,
everywhere. So
yeah.
my next question is, how do we create brands that truly resonate with the audience?
So I think now that I've worked with a mixture of like corporate and big brands, as well as now a lot of my founder clients as well, I've found that a few things that we started to do, which makes a lot of sense in the region, is that you need to tell a lot more relevant human stories in the region, which are not only done at peak periods, right? So you're not only doing it at Ramadan, or you're not only doing it during a launch or Eid season, but then you're also sort of doing it consistently throughout the year, and you're building those meaningful connections. The other is also tying up with collaborating or tying up with relevant people in the markets which are unique. So, not looking at this as one big, MENA region, but then there's this uniqueness of UAE, there's a uniqueness of Saudi. There are influencers and celebrities and cultural truth speakers in these markets that we need to tap into and talk to them to build that relevance and trust. Uh, and lastly, it's really about, sort of showing value to the consumer here, because I found that is something very unique in this region. The audience actually does value when you give them something meaningful back, or they see something for them in the product or in the service or in the unique feature that you're launching. So until and unless it does not come back to me as valuable, I found that audiences will very quickly reject it. I mean, it's a very transient sort of relationship, and then it disappears quickly. So we need to build that. So for me, it would be about building a meaningful and relevant story and conversation, doing it consistently over a period of time and not just during peaks. And then the third would be really working with local truth speakers in the region to really, sort of amplify your voice. A lot of times I've seen brands, they will just take like a UAE celebrity or a UAE well-known figure, and then they're going to work with that for the whole region. But then that doesn't work because, like in Kuwait, it's somebody else, in Qatar, it's somewhere else, somebody else, in Saudi, it's somebody completely different. And you need to respect those individualities.
I think our audience will love to hear more about this during your session, and also they can connect you in the networking breaks. So, I have also
Absolutely.
prepared some rapid fire questions. My first question is
Okay.
one app you can't live without.
One app. One app. Well, at this moment, I think unfortunately there are two. So I can't live without LinkedIn as an app and as a platform. It's something that I'm fairly active on, and the other would be Notion,
So, one
which I use
digit.
for all my scheduling and content.
Okay. So, one digital trend you absolutely swear by.
Digital trend. Digital trend, I think that I wouldn't swear by any trend because they move so
Okay.
fast and they're so
Yeah.
rapid that it's very difficult to actually hold on to a trend. As a matter of fact, your question should be like, how quickly do you move on to the other? I think, especially in the digital world, it's more about moving on rather than staying stuck to one.
Okay. So, first thing you do when you enter a conference, like check agenda, meet people, or look for a coffee.
Oh, when I walk into a meeting, my first thing is always to, get to know the people. Like I will always have like a very warm or like like I'd love to have a warm exchange with the people that I'm talking to, especially because if it's a potential client or if it's a potential brand conversation, I love to get to know the passion, the energy, the drive, that comes from the people. That is my number one. Number two is I order for a coffee.
Okay. So, my last question, Instagram Reels or LinkedIn post? What's more fun for you?
For me, LinkedIn post, like I said,
Okay.
I think I gave that away in the first answer, but
Yeah.
LinkedIn post, I mean, I am there on Instagram, but that's very personal and I have a very small follower base and people I'm following. I keep it very private, but LinkedIn is the more public space. So
Yeah.
yes, it's
So
LinkedIn.
thanks, Shipra. It was great connecting with you, and I am thrilled with your excitement to join our conference. Yeah. So any words for our participants who will be joining in the conference?
Well, I mean, I look forward to meeting everybody there, and I'd love to, hear. So I know that there's an excellent lineup of speakers that you guys have, so I'm really looking forward to learning myself a lot of new things that are happening in the region from everybody else, and then hopefully using the breaks and the networking sessions to really get to know more people. So I'd love to connect with everybody who's joining.
Great. Thanks for your time today, and to all the participants. Don't miss a session happening on that where present 6 event Confex in association with Ascended Group Branding taking place in Ramitri Motel, Dubai. Get a great chance to connect with her in person. See you soon, Shipra.
All right, thank you.